Welcome to Lobster's list for December 10th, 2012. Number 1. Dream from Hypersloth has you exploring multiple atmospheric dream worlds in first person. A protagonist inherits a house after an uncle dies, then engages in lucid dreaming to find some direction in his life. The story will have multiple paths and endings for the player to explore. The £6 early bird tier has already been filled, but new backers can pre-order at the £9 tier for PC or Mac. Support for the Oculus Rift VR headset is a strong possibility. If you liked Dear Esther, then take a look at this. Number 2. War for the Overworld from Subterranean Games is a dungeon management game being developed for PC, Mac, and Linux using Unity. Play as an evil being known as an Underlord and defend your dungeon against invading heroes using your minions, traps, and spells. It also incorporates elements from the RTS and God game genres, with modding support to allow you to create your own campaigns. The game itself looks like it has a lot of potential to satisfy fans of Dungeon Keeper. At the time of this recording, it has raised £56,000, but has a long way to go towards its goal of £150,000. Number 3. Galaxy for Hire from Trench Games has online multiplayer co-op for up to 4 players in this hero-based action tower defense game. Play as a mercenary performing missions with multiple objectives called contracts and persistent leveling for characters. Upgradable turrets can be placed on any valid spot on a map to assist you on these contracts. A pre-order of the game for PC and your name in the credits is available at the $15 pledge tier. A copy for a friend is added at the $25 tier. The developers have decided to go with WASD controls to allow a system for dodging some attacks with the careful press of a spacebar. On the Galaxy for Hire website, it is nice to already see a game guide with some lore and descriptions of the abilities. Number 4. Carnage Live is an arena combat game on PC with a top-down perspective and up to 16-player multiplayer. The game is currently in a rough stage of development, and pledging £10 can get you a pre-order. I see the level editor as a big selling point for this, and could help it grow a passionate player community. Custom levels, using pre-made assets like death traps and their triggers, can be easily assembled. There are also small touches like flammable objects and physics nice to see already implemented. Number 5. Telepath Tactics from Sinister Design is a turn-based tactics RPG with up to 6-player multiplayer. There's a focus on player skill being important, with damage being predictable rather than using an approach with random numbers and chances of missing. It is being developed for PC, Mac, and Linux with pre-ordering at the £10 tier. An interesting feature is that the map can have elements altered by moving, creating, and destroying objects in the environment. Number 6. Super Bunny Insurrection is a comedic platformer from the creator of the Guinea Something Good webcomic. Joe the Guinea Pig has caused the explosion of an anti-gravity machine, destroyed a taco restaurant, and antagonized a group of rabbits. There is branching dialogue with voice cutscenes in addition to the platforming. The game's first episode for PC is included in the $5 pledge tier. A $15 pledge can pre-order the first season of the game's episodes and get beta access. Other platforms being considered are iOS, Android, Xbox, and Ouya. I like the classic Prince of Persia feel to the hand-drawn animations and the pseudo 3D effects in the environment. Number 7. GameTron 1000 from Mojo Bones is a video game on PC, iOS, and Android that randomly generates smaller games. Genres, modes, and pieces of content are assembled together. User-created content can also be submitted. The pitch video was a very memorable one with a Back to the Future parody. This project is an ambitious one, but after reading more about it, I bumped it up from being an honorable mention. To pre-order, there is a £5 early bird tier and a £10 tier after that. Number 8. Twin Gunners from Sinclair Strange Studios is a 16-bit style action game. This is footage from the project creator's game Soul Gunner that can be played on Newgrounds. The project creator is asking for £1,000 to remake the game with more levels, weapons, and cooperative multiplayer. The game for PC is included at the £3 tier, with the £4 tier adding a copy of the soundtrack. Now on to honorable mentions. Kaiju Combat from Sunstone Games is back for a second attempt at Kickstarter and has shown that it has made some progress since then. This monster fighting game for up to 4 players is now seeking a goal of $100,000 and is taking a more episodic approach to releasing content. A copy of the game for PC can be pre-ordered for $20. Axe Cop Doc is a project to fund an official documentary about the team of 2 brothers that created the Axe Cop webcomic. One of the brothers was 5 years old when the comic started. A cop who picks up a fireman's axe becomes the hero Axe Cop, with a bizarre yet surprisingly more cohesive narrative than I expected. $10 can get your name listed with other backers on a thank you webpage. At the time of this recording, it only has 20% towards a $55,000 goal with less than a week remaining. Barkley 2 is the sequel to a 2008 freeware game that was an unofficial sequel to a 1994 basketball game. That is an unusual history for a game's development. There is an open world to explore in a post-apocalyptic setting with cyborgs. It is being developed for PC with a stretch goal for Mac already reached and has already doubled its minimum funding goal. CONSORTIUM from Interdimensional Games is an RPG set in the future with a heavy focus on weaving its narrative. Interactive dialogue is a core part of the experience. Play as part of a paramilitary peacekeeping team. Weapons will have secondary firing modes, and an inventory system can convert matter into energy to perform repairs. Early birds can get the game for PC for $10 and $15 after that. The team behind this has a lot of industry experience, but this game looks like it has a really big scope. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps those projects.